Welcome back to Absent Drone. In this creepy story, the darkness ticks on. They say, time heals everything. But what if time is the wound? Confession transcript found in Journal of Micah Hargrove, dated June 12th, 2023. I didn't steal it, I swear to God. I found it. That's the difference. It was just sitting there at that estate sale on Claymore Street. You know the one. The Widow Byrne house. Still smells like mothballs and regret. The place everyone in town whispers about, but nobody really talks about. All the antiques were overpriced junk. $400 for a chair with a broken leg, a rusted dollhouse missing half its roof for $200. But then I saw it. The pocket watch, just lying there on a dusty red velvet cloth. No label, no date. Price tag, $1. Brass, black Roman numerals. Smooth face, still ticking, even though the hands never moved. I should have walked away. It wasn't the kind of find you flip on eBay. It felt personal, like it wanted me. I kept it in my jacket, close to my chest, and for the first few days, I felt better. I mean, really better. Slept like a rock. No migraines, no panic. My therapist would have called it a placebo effect. I didn't care. I felt like something inside me had finally quieted down. That was the calm before everything cracked. The first real warning came 4 days in. I was brushing my teeth one night, nothing out of the ordinary, and then, suddenly, I was outside. Barefoot, on the street, holding the watch in my hand. My toothbrush was still foaming in my mouth. I checked my apartment's security cam footage, watched myself walk calmly to the door at 2:33 a.m., whisper something into the hallway, and leave. Didn't even glance at the camera. Moved like I knew exactly where I was going. But I don't remember any of it. Things unraveled after that. Fast. The shadows in my apartment stopped behaving. I'd stand in the kitchen and see mine moving slightly slower than me, or faster, or not at all. I caught my reflection blinking. Before I did, I passed strangers on the street, whose faces I swore I'd seen in my dreams. And every time I looked at my phone, there were photos I hadn't taken, close-ups of the watch, on different surfaces. Rotting wood, cracked porcelain, dirt, fresh dirt. One was taken from above me, like someone had held a camera directly over my bed while I slept. That's when the dreams began. I'm sitting in a smoke-choked room. Feels like I'm underground. Stone walls, candlelight. Across from me sits a man in a black waistcoat. His skin's stretched thin, like wax melting over bone. No eyes, no mouth, but I know he's watching me. He never moves, he never speaks, just stares, silent, patient. The only sound in that room is the ticking, louder than in real life, like it's inside my skull. I woke up gasping, heart racing, and that's when I saw it. My fingernails, caked with dirt, packed under deep, like I'd been digging for hours, and I don't even have a yard. The next night, the dream changed. Same man, same suffocating room. But this time, there's something between us on the table. A baby blanket, old, yellowed, wet. The man finally moves, slowly. He reaches for the watch, lifts it gently, and says in a voice like tearing paper, "It's not yours. Not yet." I woke up screaming. I ran to the kitchen, shoved the watch in the garbage disposal, and let it grind for a full minute. Metal shrieking against metal. It didn't even scratch. The next morning, it was back on my pillow. Perfect. Ticking louder. I tried to pawn it. Guy behind the counter just stared. Didn't even touch it. He muttered, "She's still counting," and backed into the stockroom like he'd seen a ghost. That night, my fridge was open, light on, humming. Inside, sitting on the top shelf, between a jar of mustard and a raw steak I don't remember buying, was the watch. Still ticking. I started losing days. Gas receipts 2 states away. A voicemail from a friend I haven't talked to in years, asking why I left the flowers at his grandmother's grave. My phone had a photo of me standing in a graveyard at night, smiling, and behind me, something stood in the trees, tall, bent wrong, watching. I had no memory of any of it. So I set up my phone to record myself while I slept. Only, I never did fall asleep. I lay awake all night, listening to the ticking on my nightstand. But when I checked the footage, at exactly 3:12 a.m., I sat up, eyes wide open, calm. I whispered, "She wants the time paid back." Then I stood, walked to my closet, and pulled out something wrapped in plastic. I don't know what it was. It looked small, human, but twisted. I left my apartment, returned at 5:46 a.m., blood on my shirt, dirt on my hands, still smiling. I don't remember any of it, but I know what I did. I just don't remember why. There was no police knock, no news alerts, no missing persons. But something is gone. I can feel it. Like there's a hole in the world that no one else sees. So I started researching the house. Widow Byrne. Turns out she wasn't a widow at all. She was a midwife back in the 1860s, accused of malpractice after delivering 8 stillborns in a single winter. The town turned on her. Rumor was she used a pocket watch to predict a newborn's final breath. To them it was witchcraft. They buried her alive in the churchyard. And the watch, that was hers. It doesn't tell time, it collects it. It stores. Dead. And now it's mine. But not for long. Because there was one last thing on the video. Before I lay back down, I looked directly into the camera, held up the watch and said, "It has to move forward. One tick at a time. One person at a time." So if you're reading this, if you found this journal, if you hear ticking, it means it's your turn. Run if you can.